The Italian-American Museum of LA to preview a new exhibit that's molto bene, featuring Italian inventors in Los Angeles. California Live's Amber Pfister is there getting a behind-the-scenes tour. Amber, this is amazing. What is going on right now?
Jess, you would absolutely love it. It's all about innovators and inventors, and it's very Italian, which I know that you love as well. So I want to introduce you to my friend Mariana. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Okay, this is my first time here at IAMLA. There is so many cool things to see here. So tell everyone a little bit about it.
So we're the Italian-American Museum of Los Angeles, and we have an award-winning permanent exhibition. We also present a number of programs and original temporary exhibitions each year.
Oh, very cool. I mean, there's a lot to see here. You could spend a couple hours, which I really like. And Mariana, you are the perfect person to talk about this because you actually are an author too. I know you've been working here at the museum for 20 years, but you're also an author, and you just came up with this book all about Italian Americans.
Yes, it's called The Italian Americans of Los Angeles, and it looks at the 200-year history of Italian Americans in the region and the ways that they impacted Southern California.
Yeah, this is what I like. I've been with Mariana all morning, and you have such a passion for this. It's so obvious that you absolutely love your work. So let's talk a little bit about the new exhibit that you have to come see, Creative Minds. You just opened on Saturday, right?
Yes, so Creative Minds examines Italian and Italian-American inventors and innovators. So we begin in Italy with people like Da Vinci and Descagno, who created the Vespa, and all the fantastic inventions that came out of Italy. But the majority of the exhibition looks at what happened after these inventors left.
And that's what I really like about. I mean, when you walk in, you see the Vespa, and to me, I'm very Italian, right? You're thinking of the Italian countryside. But what I didn't realize is there are so many inventions and innovators that are Italian that came up with, hello, Mr. Peanut. We all know really well.
Yes, some of really iconic American products and companies like Mr. Peanut, which was founded by Amedeo Obici in the early 1900s. And then, of course,
the radio flyer. So when I saw this, I had no idea. That's really cool. This is very nostalgic for me.
I think no childhood is complete without the radio flyer wagon, and that was a creation of Antonio Passin, who settled in Chicago.
Amazing. Yeah. I love it. And then come over here. There's another room, too, that's dedicated. I know that there was some really things that you were really passionate about as well.
Well, so the last gallery looks at more contemporary contributions of Italian-American inventors and innovators to things like arts and culture and science, everything from Scooby-Doo to the Cassini mission, which was led in part by scientist Carolyn Porco. And, of course, it photographed Saturn. Outer stretch of the solar system.
So we go from Saturn to Mr. Coffee, both very important. Who knew Mr. Coffee and the jacuzzi? Like, this is so cool that you've brought in all these things and visually to kind of, tell people what they've invented.
Yeah, many of us will say, like, oh, it's the end of a long day, I want to go take a jacuzzi. But, that started with an Italian family, the Jacuzzi family, who came here and developed what became this iconic product to help support one of the sons who was with a disability.
See, there's so much to learn here when you do that. And, of course, we've got the Zamboni, which I want to kind of say, like, Zamboni. Tell us a little bit about this.
So this was a local Italian-American family who developed, the ice resurfacing machine, and it's another one of those brand nomers that we think like that's the actual name of the device, but it's the name of the family who created it.
I think it's so cool. And then, Jess was just talking about the World Series. Hello, baseball.
And there's no better way to hone your batting skills than using the pitching machine, or the Panza, which was also created by an Italian immigrant in Santa Cruz.
Italian-Americans do amazing things, including something that my child still eats to this day, which is the blow pot. There's a lot of food. This is what I learned a lot this morning. When I think of Italian Americans, I still think of like incredible Italian food, but there are some things that are going to surprise you. For example, this blew my mind. An Italian American came up with the Big Mac. Tell me the story behind this.
So that was Jim Delegati, who was an early franchisee for McDonald's. And he devised this burger, which remains one of the most popular items still on the menu.
And then we've got the buffalo chicken wings.
And yes, and that was, of course, was Teresa Bellissimo, an Italian-American woman in Buffalo, New York. That's where they got their name. And, no Super Bowl is complete without.
No.
I think there's like 20 tons consumed every Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, we want to say thank you to you, Teresa. Thank you so much, Mariana, for having me. This is so cool. I've never been here before, but I want to bring my friends because I think your new exhibit is just, there's so much to learn. So how late are you guys open?
We're open Tuesday through Sunday from 10 to 3,
okay.
And you can find more information on our website, which is IAMLA.org. Admission is free, and we look forward to welcoming you.
Yeah, come in. I mean, it's free to learn all about this stuff. Thank you so much. I know I have more to learn this morning, but I'm also really hungry after thinking about the Big Mac. So Jess, I'm going to learn a little bit more, but I actually might get a Big Mac after this.
Hey, that sounds good. So fascinating to know all of these things have Italian influence, too. And they put on a great Taste of Italy event, so they know how to do it. All right, thank you. Oh, grazie, I should say.